Still talking politics, the chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, Bala Chiroma, has allayed the fears of his party supporters that the new party coalition of the African Democratic Congress would be a threat to the ruling PDP in the 2027 election in Bauchi State. In an exclusive interview with journalists in Bauchi, Chiroma, who is equally the senior special assistant on youth to Governor Bala Mohammed, said ADC can never be a threat to PDP in Bauchi or even Nigeria. According to him, ADC is not a party like its counterpart, the All Progressives Congress. It is just a union or an association alike, as their name implies, an alliance of political parties, but not a party like the People's Democratic Party, with its complete structure in all the 774 local government area councils. Reacting to this, we are joined by the convener, PDP Youth Alliance for Good Governance, David Godwin. David, thank you so much for joining us on the news.
Good afternoon, Leko. It's been a while.
Of course.
Good afternoon, Nigerians.
It's a pleasure having you around. Now, do you consider the African Democratic Congress Party a threat to the PDP in the 2027 elections?
Thank you, Leko, for that question. And let me start by saying that the emergence of the coalition of political parties, opposition political parties, under the platform of African Democratic Congress, ADC, as we speak, has assumed the role of the leading opposition party in Nigeria. Whether you like it or not, I think Nigerians have moved past the issue of PDP and their continuous chaos and squabbles, so to speak. So the issue of ADC being a threat to PDP does not even come to play, because as far as we are concerned, even though I'm a PDP member, but we like to tell ourselves the truth as always. So those saying that ADC is not a threat to PDP are those people that are still living in the figment of their imaginations, or possibly because from where they are sitting, they do not have that vantage, view to see what is currently happening in the polity in Nigeria. As far as we are concerned, as far as Nigerians are concerned, they have moved past the shenanigans of the PDP, and the ADC is now the leading opposition party and the leading voice of the opposition parties in Nigeria.
As you have said, the ADC is a new party coalition, and PDP is still struggling with its internal crisis. But then it's been said that PDP is gradually being rendered irrelevant politically. So do you agree with that?
Yeah, completely. Absolutely. You see, those who are in bed with the ruling All Progressive Congress, I think they have come to this conclusion, or some sort of, arrangement to incubate the People's Democratic Party ahead of 2031. And this is the game. And it is playing out for us to see. A situation where some of the chieftains of the PDP go on air to tell Nigerians that, look, we are going to support Bala Mohammed in 2027, regardless of whether or not our political party, which is PDP, produces a presidential candidate in 2027. It means there is no hope for the party. That's what it means. So, but people can continue to live in the illusion that the PDP is still a political party to beat any day, anytime. No, it is not. As far as we are concerned, the PDP has been set on a path of incubation. That's clearly what is playing out. And I will not be surprised for some of us, political analysts and those who have, are also active political players. Well, I will not be surprised if in 2027, this current PDP will come out to endorse the candidature of President Bala Mohammed. I won't be surprised. And I'm sure most Nigerians won't be surprised as well.
Well, some people will argue otherwise and still say that PDP still forms a formidable threat. I mean, there's still Bode George as a chieftain anyway. There's Sheyi Makinde. There is Inyesom Wike, the FCT minister. There's Damagum and all that, the top shots within the party that can actually pull some weight looking at 2027. So do you agree otherwise?
No, I do not agree. Let me tell you what is happening in the People's Democratic Party. The party has been emptied. That is the truth. If you go across Nigeria, if you go to Gombe, you go to Yobe, you go to different states across Nigeria, the PDP has moved, people have moved from the PDP into the ADC in droves, in their numbers, in their millions. So it is just an empty shell that is remaining. See, a lot of these, some of these leaders you've called in 2027, they will look back and see that it's just themselves and probably their immediate, family members that are left in the party. Speaking about His Excellency, the Governor of Oyo State, I've heard him saying that, look, we should not abandon the sinking, the leaking roof of the PDP. We should come back and fill it up. There is no roof in the PDP anymore. Those in debt with Tinubu have removed the roof completely. So when are we coming to repair? There is nothing there. And if you're speaking to the person of Nyesom Wike is actively in bed with the APC. He has said it times without number. He has said it clearly to all that cares to listen. But look, he is a Tinubu man, but he's still remaining in the PDP. He has even said openly that in 2027 he is going to work for Bala Mohammed, Tinubu and the APC. So these people you have just called, I do not think they can play whatever might they want to profess, whatever magic they want to do is going to be probably in advantage to Bala Mohammed, Tinubu and the APC. So I do not see how the PDP is a formidable. There is not, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing left there. It is no longer a formidable platform, to rescue Nigerians, and that is why Nigerians in their numbers are moving in droves to the African Democratic Congress (ADC).
But people have said that the ADC is a party filled with disgruntled politicians and it has no structure. And some people have also said that it is a coalition that is doomed to fail.
Well, people can have their opinions in their bedrooms or probably in the beer parlor where they are, relaxing. But that opinion is not binding on the millions of Nigerians who are suffering by the day. That opinion cannot and is not going to bind on Nigerians who cannot sleep with their two eyes closed in their houses. That opinion is not binding on Nigerians who cannot even afford to feed themselves. The ADC is not a new political party one. There are structures across the country in the ADC. Secondly, the PDP, people who are saying the party has no structures, that the PDP is structured. Let me tell you, most of those structures of PDP, as we speak, have emptied the PDP into the ADC. So what are we saying? And then anybody telling you that the ADC is a coalition of disgruntled politicians, I like to say this and give this analogy. Politics is being played by politicians, right? So at what point are we going to import aliens to come and run the politics of Nigeria? At what point are we supposed to import people from other countries to come and run the politics of Nigeria? It is still politicians who have come to the understanding that they have failed Nigerians at some point in time, or some things are not really going right. Of course, they have to rally around themselves and see how they can rescue Nigeria before it sinks. So the question of whether they are politicians or not, it doesn't come to play here. After all, politics is actively played by politicians. Do we need to bring people from South Africa to come and run our politics? No.
All right, David Godwin.
Is that new people have to begin to come into active politics, play politics, get involved, and see how we can move this country forward.
All right, thank you so much, David Godwin, for sharing your thoughts with us on the news.